Hi, I'm Saul Sunforge, and this is Dungeons and Taverns. Currently, you're watching The Dirty 20, which is a long running campaign. This is session 26. I'm uploading the old episodes as well as the current episodes concurrently. So, if you're interested in seeing where the party came from, this is one of the episodes that you should watch. If you're looking for the previous episode, session 25, you can find that about 2 months back from this episode. Thanks and enjoy. Let's see, where were we last? Asgrim, you were in the street with the Kenku and the small female child, trying to get into Thurwace's healing hut. And if I remember right, your lockpick broke in the door, and you were about to go searching for windows, and then you were going to go back to trying to break through the street. Correct?
Yep.
The main.
After getting slapped.
What's that?
After getting slapped.
Yeah, after the queen caught your hand and slapped you. The doctor, you are in the arena right now, and you just had teleported the three of the soldiers, and you are going to go up after Asgrim's turn, and then the main group, you guys just climb down the rope down into the second portion of the upper dark. You guys have all just arrived down on the ground. I'll put you on that map third, since you're going to take the largest portion of the time. I think everybody's probably going to get two turns. We'll resolve whatever's going to happen down there, do some role play, and then we'll call it good. How's that sound?
All right.
Sounds
Very
good.
well.
Sounded like it could be a plan.
All right, Asgrim, we'll start with you first, man. So you're at the door, and the lock pick just broke in the door. The Kenku and the young girl are standing behind you.
Thank you for the follow.
Take it from there. What would you like to do?
Well, I turn around and say, we need to go find a window. Preferably on the backside, away from the street.
The little girl says, there's streets in the front and the back of this house here. So...
Yeah, the back street isn't as traveled as the back one, so...
Well, which way would you like to go? Seems like there's some kind of commotion going on, so I think we'll be okay, maybe?
Yeah, we should be. I'll start heading that way around.
Alright. So...
And I can't see any more now.
Yeah, not yet until I clear it. So you get to the corner of the house, and it goes around like the side of the house. There's some moss, some plants and things kind of obscuring the view from the from the street, to kind of mask your trail if somebody was trying to observe you. But they'll have with everything going on, you're pretty much fine. There's some hanging vines, and there are. If you give me a perception check, I'll tell you exactly what you see. Okay, yeah. So you make your way around the side, and the other two are in tow. I'll move their icons soon. You see that there are some hanging vines that look rather sturdy, that you probably could get a hold on them and use them as a makeshift rope. And there are two windows that are part of a second story to this house. And then beyond that, you can't really see because there's more plants over there.
Well, I go check if there's an option on the first floor over here. Otherwise, I'm gonna go for those windows.
Okay, so you make your way through the plants. They look like they were intentionally planted, some aloe and things, and you make your way through. And there is a first story window. It has basic wooden shutters that go outwards, and they're both open, but the window itself is down.
Okay, I go to that one.
Okay.
And then I carefully try to not damage it while opening it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. So you go to the window and you hear the sound of somebody within. Once you approach the window, and I assume you're going to look in. You see,
Yeah.
If you recall, Thurwace's sister, the watch guard captain at the front gate. She's in there, and she's in her underclothing, and she has no idea that you're right there, obviously, right at this moment. But looks like she's getting ready. She's about to don her armor. She has her armor over on the bed, and she has a sword over there too. And it looks like she's getting ready to go on watch. And the pace that she's getting ready suggests to you that she probably doesn't know exactly what's going on outside at this moment with all the commotion. Because of how early it is in the morning and everything. She hadn't been out there yet.
Okay, I knock on the window and make sure that she kind of sees it's me. I'm standing half turned away, like I'm looking for something and knocking on the window.
Yeah. Okay, so you knock on the window, and she's. After a while, she looks out the window, and then she gets a little bit closer to it, and then she realizes that it was actually somebody knocking. She hurry up and tries to cover herself up, even though she's it's her place, but she's decent enough. Nothing's really exposed, but she wasn't expecting you to be there, and she's kind of like, who goes there? What do you want?
It's Asgrim, Fraser's friend. I need a place to hide these two, and especially since it seems there's a coup going on right now.
Go to the front door. I'll let you in. And she walks away, and that's actually the back door, but that's okay.
Well, it's the one I can see.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the back door's more fun,
Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, so she goes in. She eventually goes and realizes that you went to the storefront portion of this house.
No, if she wants me to go there, I'll just go there. It's
Oh,
not
okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, so you walk around the place. I'll clear everything out since you're walking around it. And there we go. And the other two are following you. Like they don't know if you're breaking and entering or what's really going on, but since you kind of rescued them, they're just on your tail, really. And she answers the door, and she says, What's going on? Who are you hiding from? What's going on?"
Well, it seems like someone is trying to overthrow your king. So, yeah,
What?
I'm not sure.
What?
I don't know. You gotta ask them. I was down in the sewers trying to rescue people. So since I don't know who to I can trust, I was thinking of hiding these two here until I figured it out.
Hello, little girl. Who are they? Who?
Oh, well, they are some of the people that we went down there to rescue. So from the demons, and now all this is going on. So I needed somewhere secure that wasn't technically controlled by any guardsmen, because, well, there seems to be two factions of guard, and I don't know which one is on what side.
Well, if that's true, I better hurry up and get ready. Sure, you could hide them here. You know that one. I don't know. Is that a guy? He's a bird. What is?
Oh, yeah.
What race is that?
He's a kenku.
All manner of people in the sewers, I guess. You smell kind of bad, but yeah, that's fine. You just please don't steal anything. My sister will not take very kindly of me letting you in, even though you say you're her friend. I think I remember you. And she looks down at your wrist and sees that you have the visitor bracelet on, and she says, "I think I remember you coming in the other day, just before the dwarves arrived."
Yeah, and I was one of the people that helped your sister get the troll's blood.
I don't know much about that, but you could come in. You could get something to eat if you're hungry. Looking at them, she looks at the little girl. She's kind of passionate about little kids. She says, "You want something to eat, sweetie? We have some fresh fruit, and I don't know, Asgrim. Maybe you can make him something to eat. There's fish and there's potatoes and things. I don't. There's some eggs too in the storage pantry."
Yeah, I can make them something. But I also want to go reopen the grate we used to get down to the sewers, because that's the way most of them most likely are going to come back, even though I found a different way out.
What's wrong with the sewer grate?
Someone permanently secured it, so we can't really open it. So I am going to have to break it apart to ensure that people can get back.
It sounds like somebody's trying to hamper your group's efforts into whatever's going on right now.
No, I think it's more likely someone's just capitalizing on the fact that the king is out of the city, and by happenstance we seems to have gotten involved.
Oh, I see.
That would make more sense to me, because I don't think it's us they're hampering since we're new to the place.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, there's more than one grate, but if they went down that one, that one only has one grate. There's more than one sewer system, but I don't think they're connected just yet. I don't think the work has been done to connect them. Yeah, you guys can stay here. Just like I said, you can feel free to have some food. Just try not to make a mess of the place. The storefront is closed. Thurwesa went to go visit her mom. Our mom's sick over in Lycia, the neighboring town, so she's gonna be gone for a few months.
Yeah, she wrote me this letter. I show her so she can see that I'm not full of bullcrap.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then you know. All right then. Well, if she thought enough about you to write you a letter, then yeah, Our house is yours. Just like I said, please don't break anything. You know, we have a dining room table. You guys can set up over there to eat, and there's a living room. You can start a fire. There's some, the fires are out right now because I'm about to go to work. But it seems like I have a lot more things to deal with today, of course. All right. I'm going to go back to my room. Make yourself comfortable. And she motions you guys in to let you in. And she heads she heads to her bedroom. All right, Doctor. So you had just teleported your 3 potential adversaries into the mud, and the mechanism that usually goes for when the contestants are fighting is going. The one that you rode up is actually starting to roll up now, and it's going faster and faster. And these guys that they're caught unaware of the fact that this was even a possibility, taken by surprise. They're trying to do everything they can to avoid it, but they're in the sloppy mud. So really, you have one like he's trying to jump over it, and it takes out his legs, and he goes flying one way, and then there's one who's
Right.
he's dropping down in the mud, got mud all over himself, but he's prone in the mud. And the other one, he's standing on top of the gear itself in the middle, thinking he's the clever one of them all, and he's just going. He's since it's a smaller gear, it's spinning a lot faster because it has less room to rotate. So he's actually spinning faster than everything. And he's like getting dizzy. What'd you like to do?
I was exiting the arena.
Was.
Okay.
Like, that's why I was right here.
Uh-huh.
She teleported herself to that arena door to be like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Right.
So if they
'Cause-
have to chase her, it would be a bitch and a half.
Yeah.
Because they're planning on possibly chasing her.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Only one of them has any type of bow and arrow. Can you give me a strength check to try to force the door? Or do you have a spell or anything that will force the door open? Like knock, for instance.
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. Well, give me a athletics check then.
Two. Liz.
I mean, it's a pretty sturdy door, but it isn't. It's not made to like imprison anybody. So you could lift it up with like a check of like maybe a 12.
You got a 50% chance. You got this. Technically,
So-
55.
Flat
D20
D20.
plus 2.
Here we go.
All right,
No.
and then okay.
Now the question is, which one has the
Ooh.
bow?
Oh yeah, I guess I'd have to give him a disadvantage because he's spinning. Yeah,
The spinning one.
I'll give him.
God.
I'll give him disadvantage because that would have. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, he still hits you. So he's spinning around and around, and he lets go an arrow, and let's see, what did I write? Okay. And as you're trying to struggle with the door, he oh no, there. Oh, come on! Don't give me a hard time. I'm tired. There we go. And so an arrow, kind of connects with the back of your boot, and you definitely you feel the back of your boot starting to fill up a little bit with blood as the arrow just grazes your foot. And go ahead and give me another athletics check to try to open the door again.
He does yell out in pain. Oh God!
He's doing worse.
Got distracted by that arrow.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
pain is too much for you, Doctor.
All right. Okay. So the one that was thrown is now starting to, he's starting to get up, and the one that's prone, he's trying to like do a stop, drop, and roll through it to the other side underneath of it. So go ahead and give me another athletics check.
There you go. 15.
All right. So after you get shot with the arrow, and you look back and you see that they're starting to get back up. You turn back around. You use all of the strength you can muster in your small frame body, and push the door up enough that you could get underneath it, and the door closes behind you. What would you like to do now? You're in the main corridor.
He's going to be going
Oh, okay.
to the main map.
Okay.
Like, that was her plan. That was the plan all along.
Yeah. Okay. So the few people that are left in the arena, it's actually early enough that people will be filing back in. But now that there's all this fucking commotion out and about in the city, there's people who are in the arena right now are content to stay in there, but they're heckling and they're throwing stuff at these guards, and trying to aid in your escape somewhat, because they see that this is a serious situation, other than the slapstick comedy that's going on in the middle of the arena right now. And you go ahead and you escape. There's no guards or vendors or anything down here. There's let me see, I believe one of the doors is open. Since it's early in the morning, they don't keep both doors open. This is just so you're able to get out and about into the city, and you see that there's people running everywhere, and some of the dwarves that had their stalls set up for the event for Hornmoot, they're kind of trying to guard their wares, because there's people that are coming by that are trying to loot their stuff. And you see that there is as I'm trying to get to the main map, let's see, there we go. All right, so there you go. You're right there. And so you see that there's people running and trying to take weapons and take the alcohol, especially the alcohol. And what would you like to do from here? West. The main gate is still open too, by the way, but further down the street. Most of there's fights going on right here, and there's some up in this direction. Were you trying to help out, get into a fight, or are you trying to avoid the fights? I imagine.
She's trying to. I'm trying to debate whether or not she would notice the grate.
You could be going for the grate.
I mean, if you were actively trying to get down into the sewers, then yeah, you would definitely notice the grate, if that's what you were trying to do. If you're
the crowbar sticking out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That one of Asgrim's crowbars is sticking straight out of it, so
it would be very
All
weird.
right.
That would be very noticeable at that point.
Because one of her objective goals was to try to relocate Marco, and then I was seeing if she would be able to notice anything about the grate, but she would.
As you're running that way towards, presumably towards the castle where he was going to be heading, you would definitely pass over the grate, and you would see that there is, a 2.5 foot long crowbar sticking straight up out of it. And it looks like somebody was trying to use it in a futile attempt to pry it open. there's chip marks missing and everything, and it looks like somebody was starting to pound at the ground and things.
I dug at the ground with a shovel to clear, so I could easily hit the bricks and so on with the mallet.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor's gonna like see if it's actually loose and stuff, to see if it's actually like, hey, can this be moved and stuff? And obviously,
Yeah. So you use your fingers to try to see if you could pull it up, and it's not coming up at all. Go ahead and give me an investigation check though.
Oh, hell yeah. You got this, Doctor.
yeah, unless I get a nat
16.
one. Is plus 16?
Plus 16. You're fucking Sherlock Holmes right now. Let's go.
16 and
32.
16.
You notice nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
No. So as you go to fit your fingers down in between the space between the street itself and the manhole cover, you notice that there is a white adhesive substance around the inside, filling the crack in between the street and the metal cover itself. And you deduce that is what is keeping this in place. And I believe you would also probably know that it is also sovereign glue. Any case, you know that this was intentional.
Alrighty. Let's see. I think I might have a spell that could actually help with this.
Nope, because the only spell that worked was wish.
What?
Well, if she has a, I guess you could say a creative thing, she could possibly get around it. But to
Well,
actually
can I
destroy
just-
stuff, go ahead.
Can I just destroy the concrete around it?
This?
You want to just basically do Asgrim's idea, but with magic, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So I guess the question is how.
Hey, what's up, Killets? We were just talking about you an hour ago or so. How you doing? Yeah, what spell? Describe like what it is that you're
Can
gonna.
I have some sort of force spell?
Pulse wave?
Yes.
So you
Can I-
want to use. All right.
A pulse wave on the concrete that's around it. Can I do that?
Give me a second. Loading.
Pulse wave. You create intense pressure, unleashing it in a 30-foot cone. Decide whether the pressure pulls or pushes creatures and objects. So you could try to damage the entire thing. Just
Yeah. I think that would do something to the sidewalk probably. I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't. It would damage it. I mean, there would be no way to actually, obviously, move it.
Also, she would most likely destroy the ladder up, plus she would most likely make a small cave-in.
Yeah, like basically a sinkhole down into the sewer. that works though. Pulse wave.
I mean, it's better to lift up and dig out rocks than to mess with this type of glue.
Yeah, I was just trying to make a smaller impact, so we could just like break right around the grate and then remove that instead of like destroying the ladder, which is already there. Because if we break the ladder, we would have to make some improvised way to get people out. Because as you remember, it is a 30-foot drop.
Yeah.
What,
Hold up.
when did you get pulse wave though?
I thought that I had it.
Did you?
Okay. So Pulse Wave is a spell that she just gains from being a Chronomancer.
Oh, okay.
There's a list of spells that Chronomancers just get at certain levels.
Okay.
Such as Gift of Alacrity, Wrist Pocket, Fortune's Favor, Temporal Shunt, and Tether Essence. But
Okay.
her level 3 one is Pulse Wave.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I've been in the sewers before, would I know of like any turns or anything that go around at all that I could possibly, just do a pulse wave more closer to that area?
What what is so like what are you're trying to decrease the drop distance essentially, or
I'm trying to do it in a bit of a different area so that way the ladder is still intact and then we could just put like another ladder or something for people to get across from in that way.
It's called rope until it gets fixed.
yeah, I mean
I guess.
I mean
Also,
yeah,
we have to remember that the people we're trying to rescue are malnourished and weak, plus children.
Yeah.
They most likely can't crawl 30 feet up a rope.
yeah, I mean
we would have to sit there and tie off every single one and pull them up.
yeah,
Every single person.
from when you came out of the sewers originally from Ryden and Murtha's hut, you know that the last bend was like right there until the where the straight piece was, where the ladder was. So like right here is where it would bend. The elbow was where you could go left or right. Where you guys fought the shadow demon.
Okay. Could I use acid splash on this cement then?
I mean, I don't believe so. I think you would be there for a very long time. I don't.
Well, to kind of let you know, to make concrete look smooth, you kind of pour sulfuric acid across it, and that is a 30% solution, and it doesn't really do anything to cement. It just makes it takes off the top like tips and so on and rounds it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have to create like a shit ton of acid, and it would take quite some time. But yeah, you could do it. I would let you do it, but it would take a very, very long time. But that's up to you.
I don't know if it still is this way, but in second edition, the spell that did the most structure damage was lightning spells.
Don't have any. I have a lot of passive spells and basically spells that help me, buff the group.
So, yeah. Did you want to do your acid splash idea? Oh, thanks, Roy. Thanks for the lemons.
I could do a bit of acid splash and could start helping. That's, an ally or someone like that. Or if it's an enemy, I could just start running.
Well, here's something for you. You can begin to damage the outer concrete, and whenever the hell you're ready, Big B's giant hand to grab the crowbar, pull it up when you do pulse wave. Literally ripping the goddamn thing.
Yeah, then we're back at the point where we kind of figured out that pulse waves would be a bad idea due to the people we're trying to rescue.
Yeah.
You-
Like,
You do pulse wave, and just then, oh no, the king's underneath there. No, no, I wouldn't do that. Not enough time has passed yet, so I wouldn't do that. But
so she's just gonna start doing acid splash to kind of start helping the process along, and hopefully flag down, like a guard that's on her side.
yeah,
Or one of the people that's a runner that didn't go down yet, or someone like that.
okay. Well, like I said, there was fighting going on like right here. So like literally like 10, 15 feet from you, there's two guards that are quote unquote on your side, versus 3 guards on Martin's side. And
If that's the case, I would like to throw a haste to the 2 guards that are on her side.
okay. Just deduct the mana points from your total, and yeah. So they're it looks like they're outnumbered, and so they were they have better armor, but the other side has better weapons. But they've been fighting for some time now, but your haste goes off, and all of a sudden they're like reinvigorated out of nowhere, and they're starting to damage the other side, and the battle's more even now. But they have no idea that happened. They're not taking their eyes off their assailants, because that would just be death. But they are, you could tell that they're visibly doing better as you're trying to figure out how to navigate this issue.
She's just like, acid. Ah, friends, they can finally help me. Once they're doing what they're done doing and stuff, they could help me. Acid.
Oh, I'm being hosted on the home page. What a stream for you!
Awesome.
What a stream for you to pick to do it! Oh my god! All right.
Oh, we're both being hosted on the homepage. The exact same damn thing. Literally, impromptu D&D and late morning.
Yeah, you couldn't have picked one where I didn't just finish an 8-hour shift. All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Not this one.
So Lovable is number 2 and Salt is number 3.
All right. So after you haste the guards, what would you like to do?
Just continuously put acid. Like, she's just gonna have them hasted and just continuously put acid and stuff, and just kind of like look up at the battle that's going on, make sure the guards are doing okay, and then just keep putting acid and stuff.
I was hoping you were going to say continuously punch them in the face.
There is something you could also do, Doctor, if you want to.
All right.
If you're willing to get close and right behind one of your friends, you can heal them.
Can I?
One of
Do
them,
I have-
but yes.
Do I have the heal?
You have the Doctor's Heal. You use a small fraction of your regeneration energy to heal a creature. As an action, you may touch a willing creature and heal them for a number of hit points equal to your level.
Oh.
You can only do it once per short or long rest, but hey, you can do it.
That doesn't require concentration, right?
Nope, it's just a touch.
Okay.
Sure. I run over to the one that looks
Yeah, there's the
more horrible.
Yeah, the one on the right has, his armor looks bad. He has gashes like in his side and some, in his thigh, and he looks like he probably would have been the first one to perish out of all the 5 total people. And you go over and you said it's a touch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So just like touch his back really quick.
All right. How much is a heal?
It's gonna heal for her level, which would be at this point 14.
Okay, let me write this down. All right, yeah. So you go to heal him, and you can see that the wounds are starting to like close up a bit, and he combined with the haste, they're starting to let me roll. Let me get my dice out. Okay. All right, yeah, and so the 2 guards are starting to actually overwhelm the 3 guards, mostly due to the haste, and you can tell that they're probably going to win. And you see up the street a little bit, they have a ally about to join in from the back. They're kind of like trying to crouch down, and they're actually they recognize you from your entire day that you spent in the arena, and they're kind of motioning to you to and they're be quiet. They're crouched down, and and he comes in with a dagger and just stabs him like an upper motion up through his armpit, and just rips it out, and this blood squirts out of one of the assailants' his armpit, and he just drops, and now it's 3-on-1, and they make quick work of the final one, and all 3 of those guards are going off to continue to join other fights that are going on down the street further. And as they're leaving, the ones that were hasted look around, and they see you, and they're kind of pointing at you, like, did you do this?
She nods.
Yeah.
This would probably be the best time to drop the haste because there's only so much you can do with that.
She does drop the haste.
Okay. All right.
She's like,
but yeah, now the fighting is occurring further away from you, and you actually are helped your side, enough to where they're able to make the numbers a little bit more even now. So you did good. Okay, but about the great situation in the street, what would you like to do? It's flagstone. It's all pretty tightly condensed together. You're still just dropping acid.
Just kind of dropping acid in a circular motion and stuff.
All right. Yeah.
If there's a fight that comes near her, she'll just be like, "I'll help." And if there's anyone that comes near her that looks like an ally, help. So. All
right. So yeah. So you're in a circular motion. You're just dropping acid everywhere, and after a few minutes, you're able to loosen up the flagstone enough that you could try to break it if you wish to. But in the meantime, though, because of how long that process takes, I am going to go to the main group now. So you guys get the last one of you gets down to the bottom of the rope, and each one of you who climbed down the rope, give me a perception check.
Oh boy, here comes one of Fox's, trademark perception checks. Fucking fail. 15, goddammit.
That's pretty decent. All right. Next.
There's our nemesis.
Raikou. 12.
All right.
Artemis, you're fucking can't see shit.
I can't see shit. I mean, it is dark.
You usually roll pretty good too. I thought out of everybody you would pass it. All right.
We went from somewhere that's lit to now somewhere dark. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. It's true. It's definitely darker down here.
I need a
You
guide.
yeah. You feel with your 6. You feel that the temperature dropped significantly, and you hear the sound of running water coming, but you're not really sure because it's kind of echoey down here.
I could assume that's coming from the waterfall that was by us when we climbed down the ladder. That's the rope.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Fox, you see that as you land off the rope, you're looking to the north. It's definitely dark down here for you, but you can see just a hint of a blue light arcing from a few feet in the air down on to the water that's right in front of you. It's right in front of you, so you know it's water. But you see the arc, the blue light, and then it spreads out, it fans out over the water, in it's unpredictable intervals. And you hear this unmistakable sounds of battle. You don't know exactly how many combatants there are, but you for sure hear the sound of metal clanging against shields and armor, coming from the northwest of your location.
He starts going that way.
Okay. Yeah. As you start walking that way, are you walking or are you running? Because you're blinded. You're pretty much in the dark and don't have dark vision. So.
I'm careful.
Okay.
But I do I tell Jorgen and Raikou, because they're the only ones that have dark vision, right?
Mhm.
That I hear fighting in that direction. Perhaps we should go that way. Perhaps it is our friends caught in a bad situation.
Jorgen says, "You think your friends would be smart enough to avoid fighting down here after the fights we just got into? You sure it's them?"
Sometimes things can't be avoided.
Okay, and so you start, carefully maneuvering that way along the edge of the water, and the sound of fighting is getting louder. You can see, you now can see the waterfall on the what would have been the left side of the previous level up. You can see that it's being illuminated. There is a circular hole underneath the waterfall, like the back of the cliff. There's a circular hole, and there's light, a little bit of light shining through. It's causing the waterfall to be illuminated, and a slight blue light that would actually accentuate the blue water. And you can give me a perception check with disadvantage. Well, no, I mean, yeah, he's kind of just flat because of the light, even though it's dark for you. But,
9. It's fine.
yeah. Yeah. You can't exactly tell where the fighting's taking place over there, but you can tell that it's definitely that way.
I can't see. I'm just hanging on to Fox's leg.
Oh, okay.
Because, to my knowledge, the only light source is at the bottom of the rope. Anywhere else is all dark, so Artemis can't see in the dark.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if there was something.
So he's just going to just have his cloak of elven kind active and just hang on to Fox's leg and just be all stealthy.
All right. So, I have a question about the cloak of elven kind. Does it give you advantage for when you're moving, or is it once you stopped moving? Because it blends into your environment, but I think that only happens once you stop moving. Correct?
Hold on. Cloak of elven kind. While you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide, as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Okay, so it's when you made to hide, though. Okay, I see. All right, Roz, what you're behind the stalagmite. What did you want to do?
Alright, so, while they're fighting and all that nonsense, right? Because I already said I'm ready so that if any of them try to retreat, I kill them. Mostly just the drow. If the Yuan-Ti retreat, I'll let them go a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to take this time from my concealed position to begin building up hide in plain sight. You can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself from naturally occurring materials. Once your camouflage, try to hide by pressing yourself up against a solid surface to gain a plus 10 bonus to stealth, as long as you remain moving without taking actions. So, unless somebody tries to run or it looks like the drow are winning, I'm just going to work on that.
Okay, you said you have to keep moving the whole time without taking.
No. You have to not move in order for the camouflage to work.
Oh, you have to not move. Okay.
Yeah, but you also have to build it up for a minute.
A minute.
So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm not going to do anything unless the drow are winning or retreating.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I'm building that up.
Okay. All right. Since you're behind Fox, we'll give you a perception check to see what you hear.
Seven. I hear water.
Yeah, the sound of water is masking your surroundings, but you're close enough now that you know that there's a battle going on, and that's what Fox is on. Why he's carefully walking. That and how dark it is. It's dark for him too, as it is for you. But you are able to see the light source that I spoke of earlier to describe to Fox through the waterfall. And Roz, give me a perception check.
All right, you got it. Here's my perception check. I don't know why I rolled twice, but the first one is 13.
Okay, you you noticed, well, the sound, the blaring horn-like sound that was, coming from above. You guys kind of been down here for long enough that you sort of got used to it. So you didn't really, paid much more attention to it, except the fact that it was getting louder. But now you just noticed that it stopped. And oh, fuck, hold on, I rolled my dice off the table. It bounced off my keyboard. You son of a bitch. All right. Okay, so the drow did not notice, but you can see that the Yuan-Ti are looking around, and they, in the course of the combat really didn't know what that sound was, but you can tell now they're kind of nervous, and the one that has the multiple arms and heads, he's directing the other ones, he's retreat. We'll come back later. Sounds like there's danger approaching. And so he goes through the wall, the blade wall, and he gets cut up a bit and takes some damage, but they're just leaving, and the drow kind of are actually just letting them leave, because they heard them say that there was danger, and even though they didn't notice, now they're kind of like wondering like if it was a trap, or like if they're going to get reinforcements or what's going on. And the Yuan-Ti have a better defensive positioning, the choke point for their reinforcements versus the Drow's reinforcements, so they're kind of just letting them go. What would you like to do, noticing that?
Well, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. Because they weren't, like, technically losing the fight, per se, and now they're just suddenly retreating.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did, in fact, hear those words, and I did notice that the horn has stopped.
Yeah.
That makes things kind of complicated, actually. I am going to stealthily move back towards where the rope was, where, the rest of the group came down, so that I could go tell them, mission abort, we gotta leave, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you went down before they lowered the rope, but you kind of would know that where they were lowering it from.
Yes.
So you would generally have a vicinity. So you start heading that way. The drow hadn't. Let me make sure. Ooh. No, the mother matron, she seen that there was something moving back there, but she's kind of just watching. She isn't casting any spells that way or nothing into the darkness. But as you're backing out, the Yuan-Ti are moving. Actually, if I went to the world map, they'd be moving up, and they're going up and around the body of water that way. Through the waterfall and up, and the drow are kind of holding their position for right now. And then once the Yuan-Ti are out of sight, the drow, the mother matron, she takes she takes her tentacle rod and she puts it up in the air, and she kind of motions forward, and she says, if they recognize trouble, then it wasn't from our end. Our reinforcements are not arriving anytime soon. We better get out of here. I don't want anything. If they're afraid of something, then we should be afraid of it too. And the two house guards go up front, and then the scouts are actually taking up the rear, and looking back around, and then you hear the guard who moved up front. He says, What happened to that one guy that we pushed into the water when the Yuan-Ti first got here? Where did he go? And the mother matron's, she's like, that's not our concern right now. If he's down here alone by himself, he'll surely die very soon. And so they go off and they start walking through the waterfall, and then into the hole that's there, the circular hole with the light that's coming out of it. They walk down into there.
All right. So, I guess I go back towards, where I think my party is still waiting for me in Asgrim.
Okay, and actually, you have dark vision, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So you start walking that way, and you see Foxodon Haval and Artemis around his leg. You see Foxodon kind of like going through, kind of Stevie wondering his way around.
And using the halberd like tink tink tink.
Yeah.
Tink, tink, tink.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's solid ground. Stoosh. Oh, water. Solid ground. All right.
What in the nine hells are you all doing down here?
Oh.
I can't see.
Ross, is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here.
King George.
Have you found Asgrim?
Yeah, that's what he was about to ask.
Well, I know a place where he might be, but about that. There were about a handful of drow and a handful of snake men. And they were fighting each other. And now, after the sound stopped, they all immediately ran, sensing some sort of trouble. I could take you to where they were holed up. Maybe Asgrim's in there.
And
Maybe. We'll have to try.
As he says, as the sound stopped, you listen, and you now know what sound he was talking about, and that you don't hear it.
Well, either way, we can't leave without them. So.
Yes, we can.
Foxodon looks down at Artie even though he can't see him. If you wish to go back up, I will not stop you, but I have to see this through.
At this,
Wouldn't be too wise, boss man. You see, the Yuan-Ti and the Drow went through the only way I know forward.
at this point, go ahead and you all, since you're about I'd say about 25 feet from the rope that you originally descended down. You all in that group could give me a perception check.
Cool.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Okay. 10. Man, I'm rolling low as hell.
Whoa, 7 again!
And Fox, you got that 17. That's okay.
Yep.
All right.
Raikou got 11.
Yeah. None of them here, but you hear a small girl's voice. Hello? Anybody down there? Hello? Can you help us?
I'd like to roll insight.
Okay. For what?
To see whether or not it's actually a little girl or deception.
Oh, Fox is the only one who heard her.
Because he got 17.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Then
okay.
I would like to not roll insight.
Okay.
He looks up.
I let go of Fox's leg, and I try to move it over to my goblin friend as my eye-seeing dog.
I would give you a rope, but I used it to climb that one hill. So
I just go over and I grab onto the corners of your cloak.
So you look up, and there is a little girl with a short haircut, brown hair, looking down, and she looks very scared, and you can't really tell, but the sound of her voice kind of gives a sentiment that she's choking back tears, and she says, something big's coming this way. Anybody, please. Me and my parents are up here. We have nowhere to go. The bridge is out.
So he's going to yell it. Can you climb down the rope?
Who are you yelling at?
There seems to be survivors at the top.
How are there survivors up there?
They must have got
That's
away.
probably not a good thing with the blaring siren that's up there.
That stopped.
Yeah,
Artemis.
If you're telling them to come down the rope, why not just have them cross the rope to the other side?
Because then we can actually protect them down here.
the
Maybe.
the little girl, she says, I could probably maybe get down the rope, but my dad's arms are broke. I don't think my mom can't carry him down, and you can hear there's a conversation going on up there, but you can't really make out what it is because he's not right there yelling down like she is.
What happened to our fart friends?
They went off in other directions to do some scouting and some farting, I guess.
Okay.
Looking for Asgrim. Hey, Artie.
Scout and fart.
Whispers to Artie. Maybe we should tell him to drop the father down and catch him.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't even tell him. Just push him.
That'd be for the best.
Nods.
Charlie.
Even though you can't see him nod. So are we close to where the rope actually is? Like descended? That area?
Yeah, you're about you're about 20.
Can I pick up some of that light fungus that I dropped down here then?
Yeah, it's still glowing. You can pick some up.
Hell yeah! Here you go, Artie.
I can see within 5 feet of me now.
It's better than 0 feet.
Oh look, I can see my goblin.
Do we have any more rope?
Nope.
We used it all.
I got 50 feet,
Too bad he's gone.
and I also got another 2 times 50 feet, and then I got the rope of mending that's 100 feet. You want to borrow it? You just have to come up and get it.
If he survives the fall, I can whack him.
Like I'm going through inventory shit right now. No.
I'm sure if you drop your father, we have somebody here who's strong enough to catch him.
What?
Trips Fox on his way to catch your father.
Fuck. Oh, whoops.
I'm gonna
So,
have to
Foxy, I think that this is a little bit of an opportunity where we actually can't help someone, given our current situation.
And
You said that.
no roll is needed. You now hear and feel the ground. You see the little girl, Fox. You see the little girl look back. Oh, it's coming! It's coming! Help
Come on,
us!
Artie, let's go. The girl will slow it down. Pulls Artie to where I think the exit will be. Fox, you want to stay behind? That's your problem.
He yells, "Jump into the water!"
Oh, Jesus. He doesn't know who Jesus is. This isn't the real world. Who does he worship again?
We will watch him fail.
All right. All right. Little girl. Where's
So, Fox, I take out a bedroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hand you the other end, and I'm like, alright. This probably won't work, but if we hold it over the water and she's skilled enough, maybe this will help break her fall a bit. She's probably gonna die, though.
Yeah, so
She doesn't-
Very small bedroll, though.
so she got a
I don't.
What do you want from me? I don't even want to save this mott.
yeah, she got a 4 on the dice. She got a 4 on the dice.
Yeah.
The father got a 18 on the dice,
Oh wow.
and the mother got oh no, that's a 9. Is that a 6 or no? That's a 9. 9 on the dice. So the little girl jumps first, and yeah, she's not heading anywhere near the water. And what do you want to do? You gotta hurry up, make a decision, Fox, or whoever's
try to catch her.
closest.
Let's
Alright.
roll acrobatics.
All right, give me a strength check. And then
Okay. If he's gonna try to solo it himself, then it's not my problem. I offered to do teamwork. I was rejected.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you have a very
honest-
small bedroll. It wouldn't help too much.
Better than nothing. Better than trying to catch it with your arms. That's a smaller surface area.
Okay,
And it's harder, especially if it's armored arms.
my last one.
the,
Lucky.
I didn't see a roll yet.
Neither
No,
do
I'm
I.
declaring lucky now.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, actually, I can declare lucky afterwards,
No,
can I?
yeah, you can roll it, and then as long as he has not said the outcome, you can declare lucky.
All right, I'm gonna roll my normal roll. If I
Mhm.
feel like it's good, If I don't feel like it's good, I'm luckying it.
Oh.
25. I think that's good. I can keep that.
Are you sure?
Sorry, you need a 26.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because there's very, very little chance, even if we're to do lucky, right, that it's going to be any higher than that. That's
This
actually
has
a
potential to be very
good roll.
traumatizing for Fox.
So-
because if this was reality, right through his arms, like if
So-
he was able to stabilize or break his arms.
So this little girl tries to jump for the water, and she is not able to jump far enough, and you have to run and dive, and you catch her before she hits the ground, and like roll her up, and she's safe. And then the father jumps, and he is able to run and jump to the water, and you see that there's some sort of Fox, you see that there's some sort of claw that comes. This huge claw comes and tries to rake at him before he jumps, and but he jumps far enough out of reach of the claw, and it just swipes. Oh shit! I actually swiped my fucking.
Shit!
I just swiped my damn light. All right, sorry, light. So yeah, the claw goes and swipes at him, and it misses. It gets air and water, and he jumps into the water, and does like a splash into the deeper portion of the water, and then his wife goes and jumps, and she is going to just barely hit the land. What would you like to do after you dove to catch this little girl and looked up and seen her jump, and she's not going to make the water? What would you like to do? Any of you? All of you?
jeez.
Throw the child in the water and then go for the mom?
He's gonna have to drop the child, and he's gonna.
I would like to aim my bow and arrow specifically onto her clothes and pin her to the wall.
Wow, that's gonna take a huge check.
You're goddamn right.
Also, I think her clothes were just ripped.
It's still, if it was succeeded without hurting her, but going through the clothes to the wall, it still would slow her descent, where she probably wouldn't die. So go ahead and roll your I guess it'd be your dexterity.
Wait, do you want me to roll my strike with my longbow?
Yeah,
Because that's what I'm using.
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, as if you were like attacking, but you're not trying to hurt her.
What'd I get? Not high enough.
That's well. What's your bonus?
Plus 12.
Oh yeah.
You got a 4 plus 12.
Oh, that includes your bonus.
That is right, my friend.
Yeah, if you hover over the number 16, it tells you the full math of what it rolled and how much it was added. Then you rolled a 4 and it plus 12 to it, to 16.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that it added the bonus. Okay. Yeah. So you go to shoot your bow and try to pin it not through her flesh, but through like a portion of her loose clothing to kind of pin her to the wall. And
Wait a minute. Whenever I declare an attack action, I get 2 attacks.
God damn.
Okay.
Can I do another one?
Sure.
Oh boy! What the hell?
29 and
What is all this? Oh, I guess I rolled the... I don't know why I did that, but 29.
Yeah, it rolled the damage for some reason.
Okay. So your first you track her on the way down. Your first shot, it hits her right where her shoulder and armpit meet, like right in the flesh. Oh! And then your next one you try again right after, and it actually goes through her clothes and slows her descent down after you injured her. So you injured and helped her at the same time, and she's alive, and she's down, face first on the ground, and her daughter is, she gets up, mom.
Fox just asks, take care of the woman, and he dives into the water because he does remember something. The dad has 2 broken arms and is now in the water.
Yep.
He's diving in for him.
Okay, so you dive into the water, and give me a Constitution save, and I have to roll one for him too.
21.
All right, so you dive into the water, and you see him, and he's sinking rather quickly, and you grab a hold of him, and as you go to grab him, the arc of the blue electric light goes over the water and just gets him. It goes over him and zaps him, and you grab a hold of him, and you're trying to fight against it, and it definitely shocks the shit out of you. So you pass, so you only get half damage from it. But you have a hold of him, and I don't know. Describe how you're gonna swim now with this man in your arms.
He's gonna have to put the man. This is gonna suck. He's gonna have to put the man's broken arms onto his shoulders, right, and hold it with literally one hand while using his other hand to actually stroke while kicking. Like, it's good. It's a bitch, but it's the only thing I could do while trying to keep him up also above air. Fox is like, I'm sorry.
All right, and he's as he's getting shocked, and then you put his broken arm up over your shoulder, and you take you only take 8 points of electric damage. And he takes 16, and he looks like he does actually. He falls unconscious in your arms from the pain that you just put him through, combined with being shocked. But you could tell he's still alive. He's still breathing, but he's unconscious, and he's limp in your arms now. And you swim him to shore.
That's probably for the best.
He calls out for Jorgen.
Hey, lad.
Take him off of me. He needs to be safe first.
What in blazes was that thing up there? As he takes his limp body. Oof, he's a heavy one.
The demon that came out of the big whooping sound.
It might be, but it's something we can't deal with right now.
We can't.
We have to find a way out. As Fox starts after pushing him onto land and starts pulling himself out afterwards.
Yeah. You were close enough to land that you're not gonna get shocked again or have to roll a save again. So yeah, you get to land, and Jorgen takes him and kind of half carry, half drag because of his stature to a dry piece of land, and flips him around, kind of like a fireman carry, half roll, flips him around. And so he's
like to become a drunk guy.
So now he's like the unconscious man is facing up,
So
He says, Jorgen says, I gotta say, when I came down here, this is a lot more than I bargained for.
these things happen.
This is
But once we get,
crazy.
well, we have to find a way out of here.
What about
Can't go back up there.
King Bernard and that solid character?
They had a good amount of time of running. I only hope that Solid went with them, and they will make it back to the surface before we do.
Oh,
Before it does. Either way,
whoa.
Fox is gonna start rummaging through his bag and get his 2 greater healing potions, and he's going to gingerly feed it to the man
Mm-hmm.
and to the woman.
She's able to take it. She's wincing in pain from the fresh wound in her upper arm, her shoulder area, and she says, "What is this?"
A healing potion. You must be exhausted.
A healing potion, truly?
Yes.
Huh.
Drink.
Thank
I have
you.
one for you. I have one for your husband as well. He's in critical condition,
We.
but he will be fine.
And then she looks over the little girl and she says, she tries to offer the potion to her daughter, and her daughter says, "You take it, Mom. You need it more than I do. I was caught. You got an arrow to the knee." No, I'm just kidding.
What good drink I for you?
He took your fucking sweet roll, Mom. He did. No. So the mom drinks the potion, and you can see the wound is already starting to coagulate and freaking scar over, and she looks to be a lot better, and she understands that what you were trying to do. I think so. That you weren't trying to shoot. You weren't trying to go for skeet shooting practice. And so she thank you for slowing my fall, little green guy.
Oh, now mention it.
I don't know what the hell that thing up there was, but I don't think it wanted visitors.
Probably a demon?
You could go ahead and give me a perception check, all of you.
Sounds lovely.
So that one's Raikou.
Mhm.
22.
And there's the fifth.
Oh,
Oh.
You're trying to be not very perceptive.
Yes, yes, I do.
Oh gosh, Ross Choppa, you look up and you see a head of this creature with big horns that are bigger than your entire body. Each one of the horns is bigger than your entire body, looking down at you, and it has this gross, slimy, silvery stuff dripping off of it down into the chasm, actually dripping down, onto and around you guys. And
I imagine someone falling onto Artemis, and he's like, "Ugh, what is this stuff?"
And it actually burns your skin a bit, Artie.
Oh god, ow.
It feels like a hot liquid metal, like something that just, it's not forge hot, but it's hot enough that you definitely need to brush it away, or it would burn eventually. Would probably burn through your skin.
Well,
Gosh, Chapo, why do you sneeze on me? Ow, that hurts.
and the creature, you could as you look up.
so I see its head then.
Yeah, you see its head, and you see that it's using one of its arms, and it's reaching across to the other side where the bridge started, and is able to reach that entire distance. At least you think so, because you can't see its hand anymore. So it reached a good ways across the chasm, and it looks like it's trying to find a way down.
I'd like to shoot both of its eyeballs.
Okay. That's a pretty big called shot, but go for it.
19 and 23.
Yeah, the 23, you definitely hit it in the eye. Roll your damage.
Huh. It doesn't want to do that for me. Okay, I will roll this. So, 14 damage. Wait a minute. No. 11 to 10 damage.
All right, let me write that down. Because I imagine
Directly in the eye.
I imagine you guys aren't actually going to fight it unless it makes its way down there before
Hell
you
no,
escape.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, we're leaving. We're literally.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I'm still shooting.
Yeah. So
So
you shot it in the eye, and it kind of takes its other hand and recoils, and it's pulling at the arrow and throws it aside. And as you see him do that, you see because there's enough light up there from all the glowing moss that's still up there. You see that there is 6 green tentacle beings with it. Fox, those are the things that you just fought. You know what they are. You've encountered them several times at this point. Yes, that are with him, and he takes the arrow out of his eye and throws it aside. And go ahead and do what you guys are going to leave. Where are you going?
I'll say follow me and go towards the the light, near the waterfall and whatnot.
Okay.
Because I think fighting a bunch of Yuan-Ti and Drow is probably a better option than fighting this thing.
Yep. So we're just gonna go and see if we can, I guess.
What, you're going through the waterfall, or where are you going exactly? So
you said there was a opening where the Drow and the Yuan-Ti left through, right?
Yeah. The Drow left through the opening in the waterfall, the circular hole, which well, I'll explain it as you get there, I suppose. But I could tell you now, it's the hole in that the Neothalid fucking drove through to get up the wall to fight up above when you guys fought them, and the Yuan-Ti went around the body of water, somewhere off in that way. It's too far away for you to be able to have seen. But you observe them go to the north and then to the east, and then presumably continue on that way somewhere. And I'll put
we'll get at least to the waterfall before everybody could be like, okay, what now?
Yeah. Okay. So
Well,
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, Ross, did you hear or see anything while you were down here?
Well, I saw that fight, like I was saying, and then a little structure out over there, where I think Asgrim might be.
That's where we should head.
All right.
Speak the way then.
Okay, so you guys are all going that way after you convene at the waterfall, and just so you know, you're going to have to go under the waterfall, so you're going to get not drenched, but you're going to get spray. From
in order to get to the building where the Drow are defending?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Fox is okay with that. He's soaked.
Yeah. If you could see that line right there, that's where.
I can.
Yeah, that's where the waterfall spray is at, and that's why that little piece of land is so small, because of all the decades of the water eroding that land there. Okay, so speaking Asgrim, back. We're gonna go back to you, and as the main group is heading towards the cathedral.
Okay.
Where's Asgrim?
And then, Doctor, you're up on deck. As you're planting carrots and beating
Yep.
up pigs or something. What are you doing to those pigs?
She's
I'm
beating
feeding
them.
them.
Oh,
I'm feeding them carrots.
I thought
She's causing,
beating them up with carrots.
no, she's causing inbreeding.
You're
I'm inbreeding my
much
pigs.
inbreeding.
That's a very specific fetish.
It's inbred meat. It tastes really good. Have you ever had inbred meat?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
I've had meat in bread.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so you're in the kitchen. You're preparing what?
I'm just preparing like a simple hot meal for them.
Yeah, there you see a stove, and there's cutting boards, and there's some mugs around, and hold on, let me move this. I might have made the squares too big. Yeah, you see a small fireplace with cast iron, and there's definitely enough area here for you to cook, and you see that there's a basket of grapes in the corner, and some eggs out, and you can tell that somebody was preparing a meal already, but you can tell that it's gone cold. There's an egg in a cast iron skillet, and yeah. So Lydia, the Thurwasa's sister, goes off and opens the kitchen door up at the north side, the top, and proceeds to go in, up into her room. You hear her close the door. She doesn't lock it, but she closed the door for privacy. And what would you like to do?
Well, I take out some of my ration, take the dried meat, and add that to the pan with the egg. Kind of like chopping up the egg around it and making sure that the fire's still going. Adding some onions, finding a pot, adding a few cobs of corn to those, and so they can have that. And then I find some bread from the rations as well.
Okay.
And
yeah. So as you're doing this, the little girl's kind of following you around, and says, Mister, what? How did you find us down there? Were you sent by somebody to rescue us?
we went down there to investigate what was going on in the sewers, along with the king. The
king. Wow. It was so cold down there. They hit me and beat me and had me chained. It was not pleasant. I'm very glad that you came and saved us.
It wasn't a problem, young one.
My
Can you go into the pantry and see if there's any onions in there, and if there's any mushrooms?
Yeah, I could do that. Don't mind my friend over there. He doesn't speak very well.
I don't mind. We're all different that way.
And she goes into the pantry, and the Kenku comes up to you, and he makes a whistling noise, and then he puts out his hand, flattens his palm, and then with two fingers makes like a walking motion with his other hand, and then gives you a thumbs up, and then he says, "Thank you." That's it.
No problem.
And he says, You hurt?
Not badly.
Little girl might be tougher than me.
She's a strong one. She'll go on to be one of the great ones.
Is this place safe?
This is a safe place. This is a friend's house.
Sleepy. Rest soon. And
I pull out my one of my portable beds and one of my sleeping bags,
okay.
and then I hand it to him. Get some rest.
And then the little girl is coming out as you're handing that to the Kenku, and she says that the lady who lives here said that there's a living room. Maybe we could sleep there.
I will believe it through that one of those doors. Probably the one she went through as well.
All right. And so, the door's unlocked, and you go through, and you see that there is a rather decent-looking, kitchen dining table that could comfortably seat 7 people. It's a round table, and up on the wall you see a lit oil lantern. The floor itself, though, is all wooden, but it looks like it's in not very great condition. However, off to the right, there is... Oh, I accidentally put hide area. Reveal area. Thank you. There is a space between the wall there to the adjoining room, and you can see that there's couches and there's a piano in the corner. The room is actually rather oddly shaped compared to most other rooms that standard square rooms. It makes very good use of the limited space in this building, though. And then at the other end of the room, you can see a thicker, large door that presumably leads to the storefront.
I pull out the other one of my portable carts and my last sleeping bag and set that up. Because, well, they both been living in the sewers, so it would be impolite to have them sleeping on the sofas and stuff like that. This can be replaced easier.
Okay, very good. So the Kenku moves off to the side and lets the little girl go first, and she looks like wow. She's everything that she sees is it's like the first time she's seen these things. And, she's wow, furniture. Wow, that's a nice table. What's over here? And she sees the music instruments, and there's a harp laying up next to the green couch on the right. And she knows that they're musical instruments, but she has no other idea what they actually are. And she says, "This house is big. Your friend must be rich."
Not really. She just have a store that she's running here too, so she's combining her home and the store in one.
Do most people live in their store?
No, they have their store separate from their home.
You sure she ain't gonna mind that we're here?
Not when she hears what's been going on, she'll be okay with it.
And the little girl says, "I heard you say There's a coup. You said that a few times. What does that mean?
It means someone is trying to take over or throw out the king.
Throw.
I kind of speak to them as I go and prepare the food. It's like,
Okay.
that's why I hadn't kind of like moved myself from the kitchen.
No, it's fine. I was just enlarging. I had to enlarge her to the square size, or else this place would be like thousands of feet big. So she says, "Is it okay if we sleep here then?"
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired. Well, just. Well, should we wait for the food to be finished, or maybe we could just eat when we get up?
Well, it will be better if you eat it while it's warm.
Okay, we can wait here. And then after as you're finishing up preparing the food, you hear the bedroom door open up, the one that you were looking through the window, and Lydia, she's she quickly donned her armor, and she's still donning her armor as she's walking, and she has her sword in her sheath on her side, and like a bandolier around her, and she looks at you, and she looks into the room with the Kenku and the little girl, and she approves that you had pulled out your own accommodations instead of allowing them to use their relatively expensive furniture. And she looks at you and says, "So you said there's a coup going on?
That's the only reason I see for the gods to be fighting among themselves."
What colors were they wearing? And where's the king?
The king's still down in the sewer, as far as I know.
He's with your friend still?
As far as I know, yeah.
Well, what about the young lady who was in the arena? I've seen a little bit of it. She was showing what was going on or something. Is she okay too? Is she with your friends?
I do not know. I don't know what's been going on up here.
All right. Well,
to answer you about the colors, it's blue and red.
Blue and red. Well, blue is the city guard. Red is, I believe that's the minor noble Martin Lesueur. I believe those are his guards. And hold on. Oh shit! Hold on a second. I inadvertently wrapped my cord for my headphones around my chair arm and was choking myself. Okay, there we go. Okay. So
Don't do that.
I give my life for this game.
I will now use this cord to represent how good or bad your checks were. With how Jesus. All right. So she says Martin Lesueur is a minor noble for the Kingdom of Coventry. He attends to the Ram Fort over into to the west, about 2.5-3 days journey from here. I wonder what he's got going on. Do you happen to know his location or have seen him?
I only just got here. I was trying to get the queen and the princess to come here as well, without any luck.
What do you mean?
She's heading, or they are heading for the castle, which I kind of recommended them not to do, given the circumstances.
The castle? If there's a coup going on, that's probably the last place they'd want to go.
Exactly! I was trying to tell her
I better go run to the castle as she's like running back and forth. She isn't sure exactly which way she's going.
That's one of the regeneration potions. You might need this.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure Feosa would prefer you to be alive when she gets back.
Oh, well, keep your potion. You might need it more than I do. I'm going to go into the store, and there's a few potions in there. I could grab potions. I'll just put it on my tab. It's okay. Thank you, though. And as she was, you were trying to hinder the potion as she was about to leave the kitchen door, and then she turned around as she said that, and then she's heading back through into the living room, like kind of disheveled, and she opened. You hear the storefront door open, and and then she's rummaging around. You can hear her rummaging around a bit, and then she comes back through about 30 seconds later or so, and she has 2 potions in her hand, and she puts them in on her pouch on the side, and like there's like she's wearing a leather bandolier, and she has 1 potion on each side of it, and secures them with a snap. And she says, "Okay, well, you feel free to, this is, as far as I know, a safe place for right now. If there's any danger or something, though, you leave out you could go through the storefront door if there's danger at this door, or if there's danger from the other door, obviously, go through the kitchen door. But you're..."
I broke the lock on the front door to secure that no one got in that way, because I thought that it might be tempting for people under a coup to try and steal shit.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. We could get that fixed up once we figure out what the hell's going on exactly around here.
Me not lying through my chief here. No, not at all.
I wasn't. That's reasonable. That was quick thinking. It's reasonable. I'm not gonna make you roll. Well, I'm gonna see. But I don't even know. We haven't had a coup. We haven't had a coup since I've been on watch in this kingdom. I'm gonna go see if I could round up some other guards, maybe, and then we're gonna head to the castle and see if we can secure the queen and the princess. You look after these 2, and if I see any of your friends, that happen to come out through the sewer, or that young lady, I'll tell them your location.
Thank you. I was going to ask you the same, but once I've made sure that these 2 have gotten some to eat, I'm going to try and go break open the grate because someone bucked it off. And once I've done that, I will go here and rest as well.
It sounds like a good plan. Yeah, you guys are welcome to stay here as long as you need to until this coup is over with. And she, looks back into the living room. See a little one. See a birdie. She leaves out the kitchen door, closes it, and you can hear her footsteps going, running off into one direction, slowly trailing off. What would you like to do?
Well, I kind of heat this up so it's like a hot meal, but still not too hot, so you have to blow on it.
Mm-hmm.
And once I've taken the meat and the onions and mushrooms and out of the saucepan, I put some of the corn water in it to kind of loosen up all the shit that's kind of fried onto the bottom for the flavor. And I add a little bit of flour to make a sauce. And then I cut up some bread and I save it. So they have some sauce with the food, to the food and for the bread. And then I pour water from my bottle of never-ending water for them. Okay. Because that is nice and cool.
Yes. All right. And so they look at the food ravenously, and presumably you hand it to them. They proceed to eat like they haven't ate for days, because they very well might have not. And so the little girl, in between bites, her mouth is full. So what's your plan, sir?
I'm gonna secure a way out of the sewers for my friend. I'll be back shortly.
Good luck. Don't get yourself hurt.
I plan not to.
We'll wait here for you. Thank you for the food, mister.
No worries, you look like you could need it. And get some rest afterwards.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. And where are you proceeding to start heading? And then
I'm gonna go back out to the grate.
okay. So you proceed to go out to the down the street, and then take a left, and you as you go to the grate, encounter the doctor.
Good to see you're in good health. Things seems a little interesting up here.
Yes, it quite does. I'm very happy to see you, but where's everybody else?
Well, I had a small incident where I got separated from them and ran into some Yanti and some Dark Elf, and I found some people that the Dark Elf were keeping captured, so I found a way to... I secured their safety before trying to continue to break open this that I see you've been working on as well.
Yes, I realized that no one could get out, so I started working on it. Someone left a crowbar here.
That one's mine. Well, one of...
If you never left that, I would have kept running after Martin.
Yeah, I think for Isa's friend, this city guard captain or whatever she is taking care of that now.
I had hold of him.
But we actually have a place where we can lay low now if needed.
What did you say, Doctor? Sorry, you cut out at least on my end.
I said I had a hold of him.
Oh, you had a hold of him. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not easy when they got people everywhere. I've kind of noticed the fighting, you know.
Is
Also, they just put a sword in his throat.
Thank you for the follow, David Crappenshits. Thank you. Just what we needed. Thank you. Welcome to the stream.
Well, let's get this thing open.
Okay.
right.
Yep. So
I see you've been working on it and been weakening it a bit.
Yes, it could use quite a good hammering as I'm aciding it.
Oh, sure, I can take care of that. I take out one of my big mallets.
You know, I was just thinking that it would be great if you were around, but, you know, I thought that you were on the other end of this.
I have a tendency to show up in the right place at the right time.
Good.
yeah, and so as you both are reconvening, you hear a guard from the opposite street. Well, it would be to the way you're facing now. It would be to your left, and stop, thief! And you see a little kid all smudged with dirt and stuff. He's running with a loaf of bread, and he's going to take out his weapon and pursue. And another guard stops him and says, "We have other things to worry about right now. Let that little boy be." And they take off up the street further. And okay, so you both are going to work on it now. What specific are you still going to do the acid splash, and then Asgrim, you're going to do the mallet idea? Is that what's going on, or?
I'm weakening it, and then he's gonna hammer away at the areas that I weaken, if that's understood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Oh.
should be going through the doctor's mind? You know, it's fine.
I'm kind of like taking a good swing at this and to see how loose it is.
All right, yeah. So the doctor's been acid splashing this for a few minutes now, and go ahead and give me an athletics check, Asgrim, with advantage to swing it. The doctor gave you advantage.
Yay!
An 11. Yeah. So you start pounding on it, and there's some cracks forming, and there's
Okay.
there's.
As soon as I see,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do something.
Okay, go ahead.
I am gonna hammer the shit out of this using all 3 charges of Ring of the Ram.
Oh my god, he's remembering the Ring of the Ram.
I never forgot about it. It was originally my plan once I've weakened this.
You're gonna use all 3 charges, you said?
Yeah, because I want to ensure that this shit is over.
Does it only have 3 charges, or does it have, or does it recharge every day?
It charges after a rest, as far as I know.
Okay, so every day, or it has it has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 charges at dawn. So next day it could have 1 to 3 charges.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
Oh.
right now, Liz, right, he's using all 3 to just.
I was just curious if it was like, you know, a one-time use, or if it was, you know, like, I was just curious how it functioned.
All right.
So
So
it recharges. That's why I'm using all.
all
So
right.
you want me to roll my strength, right?
Yeah, it's a strength check with a 5 bonus for each charge you spend. So, are you making 3 hits with a +5, or is that 1 hit with a +15?
Jesus.
It says plus
That's
7.
yeah, it's a plus.
Okay, let's let's do 1 hit with 1 charge, and then if that didn't work, I'm gonna use the remaining 2 on the next hit.
Nick, it's the second part. Alternatively, to break an object, you can do it at a +5
Okay, I
for
see.
each charge you spend. Wait,
Mhm.
for each charge you spend, you could literally just +15 this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I interpreted it.
Yeah, I was bringing it out off the soul string.
Okay. So that's the +5 plus your +2, it's 23. Yeah. So as the cracks are forming, you use your Ring of the Ram and you just hit it, and it just like the portion of the street just comes up and just makes a larger hole, and now there's a 3-foot radius hole that you can see down into the sewers below. The ladder is completely fine. You guys are a few feet away from where the ladder would have been, so there's no destruction to the ladder or nothing. But there's a drop, like a 3-foot hole that you could drop about, I'd say about 15 feet or so, 20 feet down into to get on into the gross sewer water below.
So people can actually get in and out now, but there's like a little bit of distance between the ladder and the hole. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The hole. Here, let me get my free hand here. Yeah. So, well, actually, I gotta clear the space so I could show you can see my perfect, flawless drawings I'm about to do here. All right. So the ladder is right here, and the hole you made is like right here. And so the pathway goes from the ladder, and then the curve.
Why are we over there? I was sitting at the concrete that on the grate by the ladder.
Oh, you weren't doing the spot that the doctor acid splash?
No, I was.
She was acid splashing the concrete around the grate.
Yeah, I was acid splashing that.
Oh, I thought you guys said you weren't doing that because you didn't want to destroy the ladder.
No. The reason why I was like trying to figure out the distance and stuff and everything is because I was thinking about still doing the pulse wave thing.
Oh,
But then I dropped that idea entirely.
The pulse wave would destroy the ladder all the way down, and that's
Mhm.
what we were trying to avoid.
Yeah, I was trying to still do the pulse wave idea, and I was trying to go a bit further down the lane, but
Mm-hmm.
I started realizing that the pulse wave idea was just, going to destroy whatever area I was going for. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My
Yeah.
mistake. My mistake then. Yeah. So.
It's not a mistake, just a miscommunication.
Oh,
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
That's fine. So yeah. So you're able to make the same situation happens just now over the ladder. Correct. That's where you wanted it over the essentially. All right. Yeah. So it just the hit was strong enough to kind of ruin the top portion of the ladder, but there's still enough stairs that you can reach down and somebody can reach up and you can grab their hand and pull them out, but they can't climb all the way out on their own.
Okay.
Well, like 1 step or 2 steps missing is fine.
It's just one. This one it's broken.
All right.
Well, that one's is easily fixed. When I find it in my fucking bag. I take my shovel.
Uh-huh.
I kind of hammer it in right above the concrete we broke, so it kind of like makes an I improvised that because that should be big enough to reach across, so they have something to pull themselves up.
Yeah. So you're trying to that's what I was going to ask. You're basically making an improvised pull-up bar.
That way, it wouldn't be suspicious to people standing here. It's harder to see what's going on now with this than having 2 people stand here.
Okay. Yeah. So you put your shovel across the length of the hole, and you can see down below, like I said before, the light from because it's now definitely past dawn, so there's sunlight streaming down into the opening of the sewer itself that you had created, and the shovel's going across the length of the hole. What would you like to do now, both of you?
I take the grate and I hide it somewhere, so it's not just like right next to the hole.
Okay. Yeah. So
Actually, I dump it down into the sewer.
wait. Say again.
I dump it down into the sewer.
Okay. Yeah. So you drop it into the sewer. It makes a large splashing noise. Some of the sewer water splashes up from it, and the water kind of pads the clanking noise it would make, and the grate's now in the sewer water.
Come on, let's go hide and kind of lay low a little bit and see what happens. We can eye on the grate from inside the heat side.
I let the crowd know what was going on,
Good idea.
but I'm not really the directional person. It's kind of your job. So they're kind of curious on
All right,
what to do
let-
from here.
Let's go to the arena then.
But there is a couple of guards that I left behind in the arena in the mud. I don't know if they're still there. The red ones, the bad one.
we'll deal with them as it comes along.
I knew a way around because they're probably going to follow the direction I went through. So I'm gonna take us away from that area.
Sounds like a good idea.
Give me a high or low, Doctor.
Let's go high.
Okay, high and they're not there no more. Or high and they are there. Wait, which one do you prefer?
High and they're not there.
Okay. 97.
They whoop the fucked out.
All right. So, so you both, the Doctor and Asgrim, both go into the arena, and you see a lot of the crowd's kind of in a frenzy. They don't know what's going on. They're waiting for something to happen. The three guards are nowhere to be seen. You see there's some muddy footprints in the sand, and then they kind of disappear because the dirt wore combined with the sand on their feet wore off, and so you can't see anymore. But they're no longer there at any rate.
I am running low on spells, but I can get their attention with a spell.
Can you make me be shown on that?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need.
As you're walking, as you guys are going into the arena, give me a perception check to see what you can hear.
Perception. It's mine. 9. Money.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear a horse at full gallop approaching from the town gate that is open, and he says, "To arms! To arms! They're approaching. We have unexpected, uninvited guests." And you see that his horse is bleeding from several wounds with 3 arrows sticking out of it, and he himself has an arrow in his back right shoulder blade.
I kind of like flag him over and like, who's attacking?
There's I wouldn't call it an army, sir, but there's these dog-faced people. There's several of them coming. There's
Gnolls? I described a gnoll for him.
Yes, yes, that's them, and they're pushing rather large war machines. There's three of them. 3 of these machines. They're pushing them. I seen them coming towards the town, approaching, and so I took off riding, and they shot at me. Damn near beat my horse to death to get here.
How long do you think?
I couldn't rightfully say, but I'd say. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say you have a at this. If they're not going too fast, maybe 4 hours at the most.
Fine, that's fine. I'll go. Is he a city guard or is he?
No, he's not. He looks just kind of like somebody who owned a horse and might live in town.
Go somewhere safe. Take care of your horse and your own wound.
What's going on here, sir? There's a lot. I see a bunch of fighting here too. This is not a time to be fighting each other.
Yeah, we need to take fucking care of this, and I will ensure it. We are acquaintances of the king.
Oh, royalty. Well,
more like adventurers.
Adventurers are royalty where I come from. Well, I'm gonna make sure I spread the word out. hopefully my time frame is correct. I don't know. They had big hounds with them, and I don't know. There wasn't enough hounds for them all to ride one, so I'm not sure. But I
It's good, my good sir.
I
Go
need
take care of your horse.
I need to see if I can let some guards know, and I'm gonna head to the stables and take care of my horse.
You take care of the horse. We'll make sure that everything is taken care of with the guard as well.
Oh, very well. If you at your word, and he leaves.
I look back at the doctor. Can you increase the range of which that thing can be heard without making it so that it will blow the ears out of anyone in the arena?
Can she?
What are you? Sorry. What are you trying to increase?
Increase the audible range without making it louder.
I mean, oh, I think illusion would work, right? You could do audible things with illusion, or is that just visual?
You can do audible.
And I think there's like an actual specific amount, like you can a lot of someone's voice. It could be your voice, someone else's voice. The sound continues unabated throughout the duration, or you can make discrete sounds at different time before the spell ends. Well, let's see. What's the range? Oh, the range is 30 feet for 1 minute. So I'd say that you could do a 1 minute long message, or have it say once, or make a 10-second message, and it will repeat like 6 times. But the range is 30 feet. It says.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to increase the since we already had the illusionary terrain thing up. I was wondering if we could increase the range. It could be heard without, blowing out people's ears. The ones in the arena.
Well, the wizards and stuff that had the eyes casted and all that stuff, they were no longer there for some time, since before the last session, when the doctor went through the underneath the arena and all that stuff. Like, the last thing that they seen, I think, was kind of when you did your perfect dive into the water. I think that was like around the last thing that they seen.
Okay. Well, I walk into the arena then.
Okay.
And because we need to end this, and we need to end it now.
So she could do illusionary terrain for you, and basically, have your head just pop up.
Like a bust of me.
Yeah.
Would that also increase my volume so it would be more audible? Because like these guys are kind of in a frenzy, so I would have to be a little louder than just me yelling from the center of the arena.
Well, actually, once they see you, because they know that you were down in the sewers and they know that you jumped down and all that kind of stuff. Once that people start seeing you, they'll slowly start paying more attention as they realize that it is you. If that will work for you.
Yeah, that will work.
Okay.
Well, then I walk into the center of the arena, so everyone can see me.
Yeah, as you walk into the center of the arena, you see that people are who are like kind of arguing amongst themselves. You can't really make out specific conversations, of course, but they slowly start paying attention, and then people start kind of clapping because you're okay.
I put my hands up to like silence.
So they clap louder. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, so they're starting to quiet down. Just to a low murmur now. Go ahead.
Good people of Coventry. It seems that a minor noble has begun a treacherous path against your king, against your city, against you. He is trying to take over for the king for his own gain. He is at this moment somewhere in this city, while his men are fighting the city guard as an army of gnolls is preparing to attack the city with war machines. To ensure the safety of you and your city, your families, your loved ones, I ask for your assistance to end this treachery coup as fast as possible. I ask for anyone who's able and capable of fighting in any way or form to assist the city guard apprehend Martin Lesueur's personal guards.
And with that, you hear from the crowd. One of the seems like he's kind of well off, probably a minor noble. It looks like maybe like a tax collector, a reeve. He says, I seen Martin head into the castle not 10 minutes ago.
The queen and the princess is heading towards the castle as well because they think they will be safe there. Her life and the princess's life might be in danger, or even worse. Assist us in helping the guard rescue the queen and the princess. I am sure that the king will be forever grateful for your services.
We could probably take care of some of his guards. You see some people standing up, some people have daggers, and you see some people have staffs. But yeah, you see a group of like maybe 30 people or so standing up because it's still early in the morning. Like I said, a lot of the commoners went home. They have work and things to do, and they had no idea previously that this was even going to happen, or they probably would have stayed because the arena probably would have been one of the safer places to be. And so they stand up and they start, vacating out of the crowd, thinning it out even more. And
as they stand up, I yell, "Thank you, but ensure your own safety and that of your families before doing anything rash. Apprehend them, do not kill them."
Okay, give me a performance check.
There you go, boys and girls.
Okay. All right. So after you give the advice and the warning, and you finish, you conclude your speech. You manage to rile up enough people that they are exiting and spreading out, in various different directions from the arena itself. And what would you like to do now before I move on to the main group?
Yeah. Fuck, there goes that breast. God damn it. Well, I need to find our friend from Fuerzas, the guard captain thingy, and who was heading toward the castle as well, so... I kind of run out front and meet up with the group and kind of like follow them.
Okay, yeah. So, there's the group of. Hold on, let me roll.
Doctor is following closely behind.
Okay. Out of the group that okay, so there's 7 people that are going to they're heading down the main road to the castle, and Asgrim, you're following them, and then Doctor, you're following Asgrim, and Asgrim, you're on the lookout for Lydia, Thorwace's sister, and roll a perception check, Asgrim.
God damn it.
You should have said that you were looking for her butt.
Yeah.
That's true.
The booty.
She does have a good booty. Let me see what that would have resulted in.
Nat 20, nat 20.
There.
A bit better.
All right, so you're walking down the road with everybody, and the throngs of people out in the streets that are looting, fighting, and the mass of people who are heading to the castle. It's making it rather hard to pick out one individual from the crowd, and you don't see her. You hope she's not already in the castle herself, in danger, obviously. But you don't see her in the guardhouse or the plaza that's preceding the castle stairs. Do you want me to switch to the castle map now, or no?
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what it looks like, and I'm feeling hard.
Well, I made an encounter map of the castle itself. So you want me to switch to the city?
Yeah, city.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure she would be trying to help her men as she is moving toward the castle, so I'm pretty sure she hasn't made it this far yet.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are like heading down the main road here, Doctor and Asgrim, and yeah. So you're like about to climb. There's a little staircase here heading to the water fountain plaza in front of the castle.
Have we passed any fighting?
No, there's no fighting going on that main street anymore.
Okay.
The guards that the doctor freed went and helped the different numbers, but there's you can roll a perception check to see what you hear.
Yeah, because a place I would think there might be some fighting would be up here.
Mm-hmm.
That was better.
Yeah, you look towards the temple and see if there's anything you can see or hear from that direction, and there is not. However, on the castle ramparts, you are able to see that there's some fighting going on there. The castle itself, the door is closed. It's a thick wooden door. It's a double door, and it's more like a keep than an actual like a full blown castle. But either way, there's fighting going on in that direction, and the crowd that's in front of you notices as they're going up the stairs that the castle door is closed, and so they're kind of like talking amongst themselves, like what exactly they're going to do to how they're going to get into the castle. And you hear some people throwing out some ludicrous stuff like, "I'm going to scale the castle," and people throw.
As I hear this, I'm saying we don't have to scale the castle. All we have to do right now is secure the courtyard. There will be guards there that can assist us getting into the castle once we secure the courtyard and help them.
Okay, so you're basically gonna stand fast right here.
Yeah, we're gonna take it like one step at a time now. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so you're in the fountain square. There actually, other than the folks that you're with, you don't see anybody else up that far. Besides the folks that you were able to see, there's minor details but you could tell that they're for sure fighting up in the castle ramparts. But the castle smith here, like there's nobody there. And the bathhouse, from the bathhouse to the smith, is rather clear. That street area is rather clear of pedestrians, commoners, soldiers. There's nobody in that area.
okay. Well, we have stopped moving toward the castle then.
Okay, you guys are going to approach the castle, and I am going to switch over to the other group.
Sounds like a good plan.
Huh?
It's 9:30. All right. Let's get back to the other map.
Be right back.
Okay.
Off nature.
All right. Let me clear out the world view of the map now. You guys were all heading to. I'm just going to use Roz since for right now. I'm just going to use, instead of putting everybody on the world map, since the squares are rather big, I'll just use his square to represent you all. And then if you happen to get into a fight or something, then I'll go ahead and break it down to the location and add everybody. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So you so Fox, Artie, Raz, and King Jorgen, and the little girl and her father and her mother, you are all heading to what looks to be like a cathedral, some place of worship. The roof is kind of caved in certain places. It's dilapidated. You can for sure tell that this is an old building, but the door is closed. It's a wooden door. It actually looks like the best condition of this whole place so far that you can see from the outside is that door.
I see nothing. Just blackness.
Well, there you go.
Yay!
But yeah,
Whoa.
the door is right in the middle in front of you. It's closed. It's a wooden door, and it's looks like the best conditioned item in this place. You all can give me a perception check if you like to see if you hear anything or hear a Asgrim or hear fighting or anything.
Here's Fox. Here's Raikou. Fox, for some reason, is 21.
Oh, finally!
Wow.
Artemis, you see shit. You see as much as Fox.
You see.
I hear nothing around us.
You see into the future and all things that are possible and what can be. And no, you yeah. So you stop for a moment and listen, and there's a slight wind blowing through here, but other than that, you don't hear any signs of trouble or any footsteps or anybody else trying to be quiet around you, like trying to sneak up on you. And so you can do with that whatever you prefer to.
Fox asks, Ross, you saw them leave after the noise stopped, correct?
Yeah.
He walks in.
Okay, and as you go to walk in, you hear the sounds of first smaller but then increasingly in size, rocks, pebbles, and boulders coming from the crevice, falling down onto the ground. And you know, you start to see, let's see, Raz, you start to see a large foot, and it has like quills on its back, and it's coming down.
What, from where we came from?
Yeah, from where you came from. It's that large that you're able to, you know, to definitely see it.
Oh. That thing's coming down.
We must make haste. So I guess we start. I start looking through any and all of the rooms. If there's a door, I open it, look around. If you see an Asgrim,
Yeah. So you look through there's a door on the left and a door on the right. The door on the left is it's kind of hanging, it's just hanging on barely by like half of it, the bottom part of it, and there's nothing in it, just half of a room and a giant hole leading outside to the other side. And the door to the right, you see that there's shackles and manacles, and there's blood. There's fresh blood. You know, it's in different stages of drying on the floor.
okay. You said we
Looks
hear
like
wind
torture.
howling.
Yeah, when you were outside, you heard the gentle sound and felt the gentle feeling of wind from somewhere from the right portion of this cavern.
I'll go deeper into the building.
Okay, so you go deeper into the building, and there is, there's a set of 3 stairs leading up to a flat stone slab, and it looks like rituals of some sort are prepared here. There's a candelabra on each side, and there's a large crack in the wall, going the length of the wall that's about 3 feet or so wide, that has some sort of substance coating it.
Are there any manacles around these rooms that are not, like, attached to the walls? You know, like something I could take?
The only manacles were in the room that had the blood on the floor.
But were they attached to walls, or were they,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
You know you missed me.
Raikou looks for anything valuable.
I was always looking for valuable stuff, but I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you're able to see an out of character. I know, Asgrim, you already have one, but there was more than one duplicate of the same thing that you were looking at on the other desk, because there's more than one desk there. On the desk, you see a map that is rolled out and spread across the desk, and it looks like somebody tried to or was in the process of writing something on it in red ink, and it says OUTL, and there's nothing else at the top of this map. You also find in the desk, you find 3 lockpicks and 17 silver coins.
She's going to take the map, the lock picks, and the coin.
Okay.
I'd like to tell Fox, I think Asgrim's been through here.
What makes you think that?
There ain't anything valuable.
I heard Liz laugh from over here. I did not hear her laugh through the mic. But after you say that, he does look around. he does like valuables, and Drow do like exquisite things. I suppose that he probably did. So there must be a back door. So he's gonna look for a back way, but there's not gonna be anything, is there? Only the hole in the wall?
Yeah, there's only the hole in the wall that has a substance on both
So the
sides of
only
it.
way out is through here.
Go ahead, go ahead and give me an investigation check, though.
Investigation, hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. A nat 20, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't find shit. No.
Yeah!
No, you can tell that somebody has been through this way because you see dirty footprints, boot prints, and there are multiple sets of it, and you can tell that the coating on both sides of the crevice, the crack in the wall, was intentionally coated there.
Seems like
And it was
that's
recent.
It seems like whoever was here, probably Asgrim, as you say, went through here, and since it's the only way to follow them, seems like he coated it in probably some sort of poison.
You said it might be poison?
Maybe. Either way, he starts pulling out from his own bag his winter blanket,
Okay.
and he's gonna lay it there. We don't have really enough time to deal with the poison, and the man can't get over it. Tell everyone to get it over here. We're going out this way.
All right, wankers, let's get going.
And Fox is gonna go onto the other side to help anyone that to get out, using leaving his winter blanket there so as a cushion and protection from glass and possibly poison.
Okay. Yeah. So
That is now gone from my sheet.
yeah. So the way you're facing, I mean, it's a vertical crack, just so you know. So it's like that, 3 feet wide. Just so you know. Yeah. So
And it was a gaseous poison.
what's that?
It was a gaseous poison, as far as I understood.
It was a gas.
It was a gaseous poison, meaning it wasn't like a residue or some form of liquid. It was in the air.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a liquid that you coated onto the wall.
No, it was one of the gaseous poisons I got from the alchemist.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I mean, in session terms, it's been a long time, but in game terms,
That's true.
in game terms, it wouldn't have been that terribly long. So it still would probably be in the air. You know.
All right. Do I have to destroy my winter blanket?
If you want to, if you don't like the color of it.
Well, if we could just go through it without really having. Okay.
I mean, you can hold your breath. That's like always an option when it's gas.
You know what? He pulls out his winter blanket anyways, right? And is going to, fan it, right? Get this, poison cloud out of here.
You're not gonna breathe it all in to save everybody.
That reminds me of a Warhammer thing.
It's like you go hold his breath and try to fan this shit.
All right, yeah. So
I found a way to use my winter blanket.
all right. So yeah. So you fan the gaseous vapors out and away, and it eventually dissipates further and then is gone because of the gentle wind that's blowing through this place. And actually, since the wind's coming from that way, going through the crevice, the wind would probably make a sort of a whistling noise.
So Fox will wait like on the outside for everyone else, kind of handhold them to get them through and whatnot. Probably have to have Jorgen pass the unconscious man over, and Fox will take him, carry him for a while.
And you said you gave him a potion, correct?
Correct.
Look,
But I imagine he's in a lot of pain and thus is just knocked the fuck out.
yeah. I just wanted to make sure because wasn't sure if I had to roll anything yet or not. Okay, so so after a few, like 2 or 3 minutes, you're all through, and the gas is completely dissipated, so there's no ill effects from that. And you see, you're now outside, and you see before you a rather large square statue, and I believe some of you, or if not all of you, would have the knowledge that it was Lolth, the Spider Queen, in her spider form.
Well, I have religion.
Yeah.
Let us move quickly.
All right then.
Okay, and as you're moving further to the east, you're past the statue, you see that there is light coming from a looks like a poorly hidden exit/entrance to this underground chamber. And if you would like to roll an investigation check to see something, you can. It's not terribly consequential, but it could be.
Sure. Nope. At least for me. Either way, Fox is gonna see like there.
All
That
right.
there is sunlight, and that's where Asgrim went.
Yeah, you see the sunlight. No check is needed, and
So they didn't notice the fact that someone has tried to dig something out of the ground,
That-
nor the floating shovel in the water.
that's what the investigation check was for.
I kind of guessed. That's why I said it.
Let's hope. Let's hope wherever this takes us, they'll be close, or they'll still close. And I guess we'll just begin to move.
All right. Yep. So
Roth, do you still see that thing? How close is it?
How close is it?
yeah. Oh, so it definitely got to both of its feet on the ground with a large boom, and it actually loosened some of the rock that falls in the water, and from where you're at right now, it's probably about 75 feet away or so. But it hasn't looked around yet to see where any of you went.
I'd say it's less than a stone's throw away. We should get out while we can.
So, who
agree
wants to
with
play
that.
bets that our good friend Solid is dead?
I'm not going to bet on the condition of
Oh,
life.
fine. Cross shop, but you want to bet?
I bet 5 gold he's alive.
I bet 5 gold and he's dead.
Hey,
So I guess
That bastard has a way of surviving anything.
out of character, I'm worried that something actually did happen to him.
Hey, it's a legit bet between the character.
it is.
Well, because he's all like right after the D&D session, like he always messages me and says that he can't wait for this plot to happen and this plot to happen, and I haven't heard from him. I haven't seen him on Discord. He hasn't streamed, and I went into his Discord channels that he's in, and there's no posts from him at all. So I don't know.
Maybe
Well,
he has the narrative.
I do know a few things, so, but I'm not gonna say it when some of you are streaming.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
It will be a discussion for later.
Okay. But yeah, so
So
you,
can we get out now?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
So we're out into the sunlight.
yes,
My eyes burn slightly. Ross's eyes probably burns a lot.
Excuse you, yeah.
yeah. So you go out, you go out into what seems like seems like the first natural light that you've seen for weeks, but it hasn't been that long. But it's so dark where you came from. At first, the light is like a shock to your eyeballs, and you are facing a large body of water and a beach running north to south as far as you can see.
But we're out.
Well, at least we're somewhere on the coast.
Yeah, there's seagulls, and at this point the sun is it's not dawn. It's just past dawn.
What do we see around us?
Well, when you walk out, if you turn away from the beach, you see large hills that are sandy, and then they turn kind of rocky, pebbly, and grass. And you can
We should go up there, see if we can find out where we're at. High ground.
And as you are going up to climb the hill to see where you're at, you can all start to feel footsteps. Patrolling around the inside of where you just came from. You climb up to the top of the hill, and you look out, and give me perception checks.
10. Nat 20 for the Ross.
Ross Choppa, you recognize that you were looking at the back of the Coventry Keep, and you see the main road. You see there's people out and about in the road, and there's a group of people heading to the towards the keep, and it looks like the from where you're at, you actually have a view of the arena, and you can see that it's still currently open too.
What color are the people heading towards the keep? Like, what color armor and clothes?
The people that are heading towards the keep, they look like mostly civilians.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are in finery for sure, but none of them are in red or blue sets of armor or anything like that. But some of them do have weapons.
Interesting. So I say, looks like we made it to the back of Coventry.
We should make it back. That means Asgrim made it back. Say. We should return with everyone. And probably rest before continuing anything.
I'm surprised to hear you say that one.
I'm very exhausted, but today we've saved as many people as we can.
Are you sure? Kind of looks back over there like, aww.
I said this day we have. I know.
So let me get this straight. You're okay with the rioting going on over there?
Rioting? He asked,
Well,
like, what do you mean?
Well, I mean,
You pointed out?
yes.
Huh. Well, that's probably just the king coming back to his castle. He probably got
Also,
that.
OC didn't Artie tell everyone, "Hey, there's a coup going on
Yes.
from the
Yes, already did.
yeah."
Say there's a coup happening upstairs.
Okay, I forgot that he said that. I thought I was still kind of oblivious. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Well, in that case,
Hey,
I
look.
forgot at old.
Hey,
Then
look.
we
There's the coup.
then rest can happen afterwards.
I'm gonna rest now.
So the older lady who's with you, she says,
I bet now's a good time to stick that dwarf in his right ass.
she says, if you've came down here to rescue people, tell me, have you seen a small girl? She looks like she's about 9 years old. It's my daughter. She has dirty blonde hair.
I have not. I'm sorry. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Because there has been several children. You've saved us several children.
Her
Men and women. I'm sure that they're...
her name's Padilla. If you happen,
I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't think we gathered any other names. We just sent them all back to the surface.
okay.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure that wherever they everyone we saved is, your daughter will be there.
And hopefully not being
I hope so.
But for now,
I hope so. This large floating, I don't even know, monster came to attack us, and we sent her down into the water and to go get help. Hopefully she was able to get help. I assumed that
Hey,
was you
maybe
guys.
she was the one who talked to Solid.
Where truly maybe where's Solid?
Well, his ass went over and escorted a bunch of other folk around.
see, your daughter will be fine then.
If he
Solid
took the
was
same path we took, he must be somewhere in the town now.
But I saw him with a girl, I think, and then I saw him go off with some guards.
Well, truly I hope she's safe. She was very courageous to brave the underground river to come find help. We thank you very much for saving us. My husband, hopefully he'll be able to recover. Is there somewhere safe that we may bring him so that he can rest and maybe regain consciousness so we could give him this potion?
There's only one place I can think. There's only. Yeah. There's only two places I can think of. One would be just the inn, but I doubt you'll find any help there. But there is an
Why? Because I'm poor?
No. Because there would be no one there to help her, literally.
Mhm.
But there is the healer's hut. I'm sure that Theresa would be able to help you there.
I have not a coin to my name. Can I trouble you for the fee for her assistance?
No.
Fox gives her 2 silver nuggets.
These are poop. No. Oh, wow. I haven't seen silver before. Thank you.
And you can keep whatever is left.
Truly? Wow.
Yes.
You saved us and provided us money? Thank you.
Now then,
Now if my daughter's dead, I don't give a shit. I got money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Now
See,
then.
that's the main difference between Fox and
Must
Asgrim. Asgrim would have kind of like said, I'm pretty sure that the king will compensate her for anything she does toward the services of the kingdom and to ensure the safety of the people.
Now then.
All right, let me.
Fucking Ross is like, no.
Oh, should we go to the arena and see if the king's alive to get our reward?
Yeah, I'm
I
getting.
think it's better if we go to the castle where he would probably defend.
I mean, we should also go to the arena and pick up the doctor.
We should probably kill some of the coup people and take their stuff. What?
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything, Ross, but I was wanting to do the same thing when we went to the arena.
I mean, they are troublemakers after all, being all disorderly.
But either way, we should probably go pick up the doctor and see if she's all right.
Being all
Very well then. We'll go to the arena and get the doctor, and help the city guard along the way.
All right. Yep. So, I'm guessing you're going to take the road, or like?
Well, we don't want to swim there, so.
Well,
to put it blunt, Fox is going to take the roads, direct routes where mostly a lot of fighting would be. Ross and Artemis can, do whatever they need to.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.